What's up, guys? Today we're going to discuss the question, why should I start an HVAC business? Welcome to HVAC Millionaire, right here on YouTube. I'm Coach Kelly, and I'm glad you're here. Be sure to hit that like button on this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. This week in the HVAC Millionaire coaching group, we discussed energy. We talked about the 3 types of energy that we need more of in order to be more effective in our HVAC business: mental, physical, and emotional. It was a great session, and members got the energy checklist, which can help them create more energy in their life and business. When we have more energy, we can expect an increase in cognitive function, healthier relationships, productivity, influence, and an overall sense of well-being. Click the link below to watch the free training that I've made for you. Today, we're discussing the question, why should I start an HVAC business? First, I think that it might be a good thing to just tell you why I decided to start my HVAC business. One week, I had a new hire riding with me. I had been in the HVAC industry for a while at this time, and when I told him how many years I'd been doing this, he immediately said, "You should get your master's license and start a business." To be honest with you, I hadn't given it much thought up to that time, but from that day on, I began to think about it often. So I went after my license and I got it. And the husband and wife owners, they had gotten a divorce for the business that I was currently working for, and he had taken his license with him when he left. The company began paying another license holder a fee each time a permit was pulled. Now that I had the license, it just made sense to use mine, but the owner would not have it. In the past, someone had used their license as leverage against the owner, and they weren't going to let that happen again. So I had no intentions of doing this, but I could understand even though it didn't sit well with me. Then on another occasion, I was driving in between calls, and I get a call from the office asking if I had a hot surface igniter on my van for a ream furnace. Of course I said yes, and that I would stop by and drop it off. When I got there, the customer had left the hot surface igniter, and when the boss brought it to me, it wasn't a hot surface igniter at all. It was a flame sensor. That's when I truly began thinking, like, I can do this on my own. Like, you could say that at that moment when I had an entrepreneurial seizure right then and there. So if you've never heard of that before, then you've got to read Michael E. Gerber's book, The E-Myth. It's a must-read for any business owner, no matter what stage you're at. So even though this incident really bothered me, I didn't quit immediately. There was one more incident that happened. I was getting business cards ordered for me. Once they arrived, I was excited. When I opened the box and it said Service Technician as the title, I was crushed. The reason I was crushed is because me and one other guy were the only techs at this point, and another tech that used to work there had the title of Service Manager. With him gone, I was just sure that I would receive the title that I felt I deserved. Maybe I didn't deserve it at all at that time, but this to me was the final blow that sent my entrepreneurial seizure into hyperdrive. So that was it. I began searching for a van. My dad and we hit all the auctions in the area to find the equipment that I needed. My dad lent me a little bit of money, and I put my 2 weeks notice in. I actually told the owner that I would stay as long as needed, and she told me that Friday could be my last day. And by the end of the following week, I had already had decals, vinyl lettering on my vehicle, and I was out hustling every day collecting new customers. So I wish I could say that I just wanted to provide a better service or that I knew that I could run a better company, but that would all be lies. I was just fed up. I had 12 years of experience and a master's license, so I decided to go for it. I knew this. I did not only want to be a service technician with no potential for growth. I wanted more responsibility, and I was ready to learn more so I could earn more. So why should you start an HVAC business? Do you have a viable reason? Are you fed up with your current situation? No matter where you're at, if I could just offer one piece of advice, be prepared before you leave. Be prepared. Be thoroughly prepared. Know what you're getting into. Know that it's going to be a long journey and that your current workload is going to increase tremendously. Instead of just being a service technician or a salesman, you're going to have way more on your plate than what you're used to. And I can tell you it's not for everybody. But if you're really ambitious and you just want to do something, and you think you got a shot at making it, then by all means, go for it. So ultimately, I can't answer the question, why should you start an HVAC business? That's entirely up to you. But I can offer you some training and some advice. Visit www.hvacserviceready.com. Check out the free courses that I have there. I've got a couple of free things in there, or just subscribe. The one thing that I can tell you is you're going to have to pay for knowledge. And when you pay for knowledge, you pay attention. So check that out. Pay or not pay, I don't care, but you're going to have to pay for some knowledge. So buy some books, go to a seminar, hire a coach, whatever it takes, because that's going to exponentially increase your chances of success if you decide to make the leap and you have that entrepreneurial seizure and you start your own company. Otherwise, if you already own a business, I've got some free training posted below, so check that out. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Go make money. Boom.